Hello, everyone. Over the past couple days with that snowstorm, I have been working on my AI healer. Been working on it for a good portion of today, and I'm happy to report that my tests are passing with colors, with flying colors. And so the video today is just a overview, really, of what I've got so far that works. And the size. That's really what I want to show you today is the size of this beast. And I honestly, I'm not even in the foundation yet. I, I'm building the stuff that the foundation is depending on. So, with that in mind, let's take a look. So the very first thing here I have is error severity, and that just means is there's no severity. There's a trace, a debug. You can read that. I don't need to read all those off. But basically, this is the first one. And what I've done is I've created operator overloads, which allow you to compare two error severities. It also allows you to output them. And that function, I'll show you that actually. It's kind of unique. So, and it's real simple. It uses a switch statement, and it uses two function parameters. It uses a O stream, and an O stream is just kind of like standard output. It's C++'s version of outputting to a screen, or if you're outputting to a file, you use O stream. Notice standard. And so error severity, got to use that, of course. And basically, what this is allowing you to do, this function in particular, if you allows you to print out the error severity directly. If I didn't have this in place and I typed, let's say I typed, and I can't, this won't work because this is inside of a class, or it won't work because it's not proper code. But let's say I wanted to do, no, stop, AI, C out. That is not C out. If I wanted to do something like this, and let's say there was a severity, there's not. This line would print out the severity using this switch statement, if that makes sense. And that's why I have it here. I have it for every single enumeration. So you can print and you can input into. And I'll show you that in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. That's going to actually break the code. So we'll close this one. And this is input, right? So this is just kind of like allows you to input an error severity. And it goes on and on. There's a bunch of functions I added to it, and I'm not going to go in through all of them because there's a lot here I want to actually show you. So you can do adding, you can subtract, pre and post increment operators, range checking, all kinds of stuff. Then there's alert level. And this goes on for, I want to say, what is that? 20,000 lines? Okay. Core ML enumerations is 20,750 lines of code. Okay. Now, on its face, it's not really big. That's not really big. But what's remarkable here is when I show you the testing for just two of these enumerations. Just two. Just two of these. Now, mind you, uh, there are this many. There's actually more. But there's at least this many. Okay? Notice the testing file. Notice it has 31,748 lines of code. You want to know where all that lands in? Let's go back up to the top. Now remember, this file is 20,000 lines, right? So, the tests currently are for error severity. This is all I have currently. Alert level and error severity, which is the very first two enums in the core ML enumeration.header file, okay? So the 30,000 lines of test code is for this. for this, for 679 lines of code. This file has 20,000 lines. Okay, which means I've only done 2 enumerations out of 20 in my testing file. My testing file is 30,000 lines long, and I'm only doing error severity and alert level tests. How big is this going to get? If I'm not even on the foundation yet, and I'm testing that right now, and at only two, and I'm at 31,000 lines. Woo! I'll tell you what, this is getting out of control. It's just simply getting out of control. And it's all due to this AI. Well, it's really not getting out of control. If you think about what I'm trying to develop here, I'm trying to build a program that'll heal programs. So it probably will end up with 1 billion lines, or at least 1 million when it's said, done, and over with. That's the main thing I wanted to show you. It's just the sheer size of this. Like 31,000 lines of code to test 679 lines. So how many lines is my test line going to be? Is that going to be 1 million lines to cover all of this? Asking for a friend.